Getting ready to do an oil change, plugs, air cleaner, etc. on the John Deere home maintenance kit on a John Deere CX Gator. And we're going to be using this kit right here, the LG 248, and it does the TS 4x2, the TS trail, and compact utility vehicle, Gator CS and CX. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. And I open it up, and I can see right away we have some oil, 10W30 John Deere Tough Guard oil, 2 quarts of that. A nice new clean air filter. And there's the part number, M113621. 1 John Deere spark plug, NGK brand BPR5ES. A little fuel filter, and it comes with an oil filter, which I don't believe this mower has, so this probably won't get used for this job. And then a little decal to remind you of your next service. And a few of the tools you'll need to do the service on your Gator CS or CX. You'll need 14 millimeter to drain your oil. You'll need a 13/16 spark plug socket ratchet for removing your spark plug. You'll need a pair of pliers for your clips for your fuel line, a funnel, and I've got a grease gun for the front kingpins, which aren't necessary but that's just something I like to do when I do the service on the Gator. But those are all the tools you need, and I have a Milwaukee light that I happen to use on this one, and a drain pan to drain your oil into, but that's all you need. We've already got the Gator sitting up on some automotive stands, and so that'll get it up off the ground a little bit easier. I don't have to bend over so far to do the service. So we'll go ahead and raise the bed, lock it in position, flip the seat forward, and then we'll remove this panel. We'll flip the air seat forward, and you just pop this panel out. It just snaps out, no bolts, no screws. And when you go to put it back in, you got 3 little tabs laying back up. So we'll take a look down underneath. And you can see there's the oil fill, the filter. Down there's your drain plug. And back here is your spark plug right there. So that'll get us, we'll get started here. So to change or drain the oil, we have our drain plug down here. It's in the front of the motor. You can see the motor there. And it takes a 14 millimeter. We'll go ahead and take the plug out. And let it drain into the drain pan down below. And we'll give that a few minutes to drain. We'll go ahead and we'll change out the air cleaner. And anytime you need, it's got this little thing right here you can squeeze together, and that drains any excess dust out of your air cleaner. It's something you can do anytime you have your bed up. But you just flip these 2 little spring-loaded clips, to get access to it. And it just slides right off. So nice and simple. A little on the dusty, dirty side. Look inside, looks pretty clean inside, so we'll go ahead and we'll put the new one in. Kind of give it a little squeeze and work it in. Make sure you keep your this guy down. There we go. Nice and tight. And I'll go ahead and snap the spark plug boot off. And to remove the plug, spark plug, you're going to want a 13/16. And this is a special spark plug socket. It's got the little rubber boot in to help pull it out. 13/16 socket to pull it out. And the plugs do come pre-gapped. You can see right there. If you want to check it, 27 to 31 thousandths. And you're going to want to tighten it down to 25 Newton meters. We'll go ahead and put the plug in. Take the old one out and put the new one in. And it's a little bit dirty, a little black and sooty. And we've got our new spark plug in, gap checked okay. So we're going ahead and put it in. I'm running it in by hand at first. Make sure I don't start it crooked or anything. And that is pretty tight. And it's probably close to 25 Newton meters. And again, there's a spark plug number if you ever want to change one. And we'll just put the boot back on. That's done. And now that the oil is done draining, we'll go ahead and put the plug back in. Go ahead and tighten it up good. And now we're ready to put oil in the top. We'll put some oil in. So we'll go ahead and take the dipstick and fill tube out. They're all in one. You can see it there. And we'll put the fill in. And we'll get the oil ready. And the oil is 10W30 John Deere Tough Guard oil. And I'm putting in basically 1 quart. And says here, no oil filter, which is the motor we have. 0.95 quarts. So we should be good. We'll check the dipstick tube when we are done. If it would have an oil filter, it would be back here. And that's, you can see our little oil filter here. And it would be down there, but we don't have one on this model. So we remove the funnel, and we'll go ahead and check our oil level. And as you can see, it was right there on the H. So it's just slightly overfull. So that looks great. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get some pliers, and we're gonna remove the little clips here on the fuel filter and change it next. So one of the things you wanna make sure you get done is you make sure you put it in the right direction. You see the little arrow there? We wanna make sure we got the arrow going the correct direction on this one as well. And you can see that there it is, it's pointing towards the motor. And I'm going to use a pair of just pliers to compress these spring clips to remove that fuel line. Just squeeze them in, slide them over. It is plastic, so it will be possible it might break, so just take your time. That popped off, not too bad. We'll walk this one off. That worked out pretty good. Put the new one on. And we'll turn it so the arrow is up, where I can see it. It's pointed towards the motor. Put the hose back on. Put the spring clips back where they go. Wipe off the extra fuel. Well, the service is finished with everything that was in our home maintenance kit from John Deere. We've changed the air filter, the fuel filter. We've changed the spark plug, and we've changed the oil. We just need to fill out our little next service due decal. And I'm gonna crank it over and just to make sure the fuel filter does not leak anything. And then we'll be ready to stick this last cover in. And there it goes. And no leaks. I thought it might be a little bit fuller than that, but it's pretty, there's not much fuel comes through that little filter. That sounds good. Everything looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put this cover back on. And it's got to slip down over that. And if you took the back seat off, it might make it slightly easier to do this, but you can still do it with, otherwise. You just have to make sure you get this locked down in here, here, and the one under the seat. locked in, locked in. Yep, so they're all locked in. I also have reviews on these Milwaukee tools. So if you're curious about them, you can watch my channel and check out the review. I really like this Milwaukee light. But if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And we'll let it sit down here in the back. There's that. And you just have to get it off the jack stand or off the car stands, and it will be ready to go. And one more thing, or two actually, you want to do when you get done with your service is to grease your kingpins on the front. I have a nice Milwaukee grease gun here, and I will, you turn your wheels all the way to one side, and you can get a little bit access up underneath there to your kingpin. You can maybe see a grease zerk there. And I'll go ahead and pop it off. I'll put a little grease in it. And pop it off, and you can see right there's the grease zerk. So, and again, you turn your wheel all the way to the other side. And we go around the other side, and you can see the grease zerk for the other side. And you can see it there. So make sure you grease those kingpins when you get done changing your oil, filters, etc. Thanks again. You have a good day.